Told you about a crisis in our county's foster care system. For the first 5 months of this year, nearly 600 kids were taken from their homes in Travis County because of abuse and neglect. And that means as of June 1st, just under 1,100 kids are now in the foster care system. And those children need a loving home. Joining us to talk about what's being done, Kate Murphy. She is a senior policy advocate at Texans Care for Children. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So we have heard stories in the past that these foster children sleeping in state offices because there is just no place to put them. How did we get to this point? What's the biggest problem and how do we fix it?
Well,
if it were that easy to
that's absolutely true. The good news is that state leaders have really started paying attention to what's going on with the foster care system. There's actually a hearing today at the Capitol where we're going to be discussing, first of all, how do we make Texas a safer place for children? And second of all, how do we create an environment where these kids can grow up to be healthy, successful in school, and ultimately successful adults who are giving back to our community.
And this is not the first time on the Capitol that they have discussed this. How have these hearings gone? Are they productive? Because I think a lot of folks might hear this and think, okay, it's a bunch of politicians sitting there talking, but are we making progress?
We are definitely starting to make progress. This has become a real priority, and I know we've seen a lot of tragedies recently in the news. I know up in the Dallas area you hear about stories like Liliana Wright, where a caseworker didn't get to her, wasn't able to help her in time before she actually died. And you hear about these things all over the place, all of these tragedies, all of these sad stories. But we're really working to make changes. There are some new programs and pilot projects in place. There's a foster care redesign program that's making a lot of headway, and there's some really promising results. I think we're definitely starting to see some positive change.
If we could wave a wand, and fix everything, what is it that we need? Is it we need more foster parents? We need more caseworkers? Both? How do we move forward and try to fix this?
I would say both, really, but primarily what we probably need is more caseworkers. We need safe places for the kids to go, so foster parents and involving more foster parents and getting more people involved in that capacity is really important. But right now, our caseworkers are stretched so thin, they're trying to see like 30 kids a day, so they're running all over town trying to protect the lives of 30 different kids, where they're only supposed to be, by national standards, seeing 17 kids a month.
Wow, almost double. Quickly, if somebody's watching this, they might think, being a foster parent, it's a lot of work. Make the case for someone being a foster parent.
Well, these are kids who need so much help. We've seen from research that the one thing that really makes a difference in the life of a kid who's experienced the type of trauma that these kids have seen is a stable, caring adult in their life. That can turn everything around for them.
You can kind of be there here. If you are interested in becoming a foster parent, there is a meeting going on tonight starting at 6 o'clock. It's at the CPS office. It's like an informational meeting that will let you know what goes into it. By the way, is near Mopac and Wells Branch in North Austin. Kate Murphy, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.